There we are. Okay, let me bring this up on the desktop really quick. Everybody set your chat to live chat if you want to see all the comments that come in. Let's keep it short. I'll just put it at 30 minutes. Hey, Kathy Doherty. Okay, I've got that set up. Hey, Pauline. Let me just set up the screen really quick. Set up my chat filter and turn off my notifications so we don't get kicked off if an alarm goes off or the phone rings. Jewel Giacana. Thank you. She says, hi, April. Congratulations. Julie. Justin. You definitely grew quickly. Good job. Yeah. I just, I had some interesting videos that I released. I think that's why. July says, congratulations. Hey, Jay. One of my pips is already here. I know it's kind of late your time. I was busy earlier today because I had to make another Jackie video update because the Ohio Raptor Center had released some new information. And so I knew that was imperative that I get that out. And it's not easy to do a video and to get it edited and to get it loaded and to get everything fixed and, do the thumbnail, the description, the hashtags, the titles, all bang, 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 but I had to. Hello, April, says Nanette. The Pips and the Posse. Yeah, the PI Posse. Kathy Doherty. Welcome to Pip Silver. Thank you, Kathy. You mean so much to me. I have noticed that you have been watching a ton of the older videos, which is wonderful. Kathy, let me give you a hype for that. I appreciate you. Let's see. Will Byers, congratulations. I haven't seen you in a while, Will. How's 11 doing? For any of those people that are here now, that were here yesterday, I did a live yesterday regarding the Nancy Guthrie situation and the Savannah statement. And I had 4,003 people that came in, not all at the same time, obviously. I don't think we've ever hit more than 100 and some at one time, but I had over 4,000 people come in. And not one of you, if you were here for that video live, not the replay, but live, not one of you said to me, hey, April, where's your microphone? Not one. At the end of the video, when I got ready to put everything into the chargers, just in case, something breaks and I need to go back on the air, I'm like, where are my mics? I'm looking on my desk. I'm looking for the transmitter hooked to the phone. I'm reaching in my pockets. I go to the kitchen, I find them in the case, and I'm like, but I didn't put them here yet. And then I was like, oh my God. And I watch back. I didn't have my mics. That's the second time on a live that's happened. I did pin a comment about it. I profusely apologize. If you guys ever notice that, hey, I don't see your mic, or I don't see the lights on the top, please let me know. Let's see. Oh, you saw it, Pauline. You thought I was trying something new. No. Don't be afraid to speak up. July says she didn't notice. Julie, thank you for the star. First jewel of the day. Or the evening, I should say. Kathy says she didn't pay attention. Well, everybody pay attention. No, I'm just kidding. It's only happened twice. There are things that are going to happen when you're doing a live broadcast that are completely out of your control, or you just had a brain fart, and that was me. I'm doing the best I can, people. I know in August it's going to slow down a bit just because of all the medicals that I'm going to have to take care of. Kathy Doherty says, yes, you sound good. I've actually had people write me since I switched back to the older mics a couple days ago saying, Oh, I can hear the replay so much better now. And so can I. If I'm not on the phone and I go to another device and I'm like, oh, I can't hear it so well. But yesterday, like if anybody tries to play it back and they're not on a phone, like a good smartphone, they're going to be like, this lady sucks. I had over 4,000 people that came in and I forgot the mic. So I do apologize. Catherine B., welcome. She says, hi, April. Thanks for the timely updates on Jackie. The last one really gives me hope. I love your real emotions. You know what, Catherine? Thanks for saying that. I'd have to say that 99 out of 100 or maybe 99% out of 1,000 give me very positive remarks on those videos. But I do get a few ding-a-lings that come in. I did mention that, and I didn't mean for it to be negative, but there were some people saying, why don't they just set her free and put her back in the habitat and she can find shadow and she can live happily ever after? Well, she has been critically ill. She has been upgraded to a regular hospital room rather than the critical care unit where she was in an oxygen chamber. So that's very good news, but she's still a very sick eagle. She's very seriously ill. And to release her prematurely would just be a disaster. You thought I was going to cry. It is sad. I mean, it's very hard for me. Thank you, Catherine B., for the gold coin. Appreciate that. It all helps. Jane Rice. Hello, Jane. Thanks for coming in so late, everybody. I felt your emotions. They're true. And a couple people came in and said, oh, it's just all the YouTubers that are trying to profit off this tragedy. That's not me. I started this channel, and I hate to keep talking about it, until I'm blue in the face, but I started this channel December 2020 because I had survived that far from my cancer. Didn't think I would survive the chemo, didn't think I would survive the breast surgery, didn't think I would survive the radiation, then to find out I had to get my stomach scoped, then to find out I had to go on a pill for 5 years. It was going to crush me every single day, and I was going to have 1 million subsequent surgeries, and they couldn't even take my port out right away because it's too soon because your cancer might come back. I didn't do this for the money. And I've been on a disability income. Well, for the first couple of years, I had nothing. I had no income, and I depleted my savings just to stay alive. My God, if the pandemic hadn't hit and people weren't starting to get some assistance from the government, those little checks that came in the mail, that wouldn't even cover my rent, but at least it was something. Like, I didn't do this for the money, but I didn't realize how expensive a YouTube channel was going to be. I've probably already spent $5 or $6 grand. I haven't made anywhere near that. I am not doing this from the money. I've never done this for the money. Now, is it great that I got remonetized? Yes. Is it great that the membership is going up? Yes. Is it great that you guys are watching these videos and you're doing a thumbs up and some people are actually sending the free hypes? That's wonderful. Sharing, liking, subscribing, just viewing. That helps. It shows YouTube that you enjoy those videos. And the more that they see that, the more they can push me out there. And the more that they can push me out there, the higher my subscriber count will grow. And that's a good thing. That's not a negative thing. It has nothing to do with money. I will never get rich from YouTube. I'm just sitting at my desk. I'm not even leaving my house right now. So there are a few knuckleheads out there that think she should be returned to the wild and that all these YouTubers shouldn't do anything. I know, Jay, that is stupid for people to say, let Jackie go. She is a very sick eagle. And I said today in that video, and I wasn't trying to be negative, so don't construe it that way, but I said, if they were to release her too soon, that she would die within probably hours if she could even make the car ride. Come on, people. She's in the best place that she needs to be right now for her chance of survival and recovery. Nanette says she's had her port in for 18 years. Oh, God bless you. Oh, I don't know how you can do it. Pauline says, hey, I'll hit the thumbs up button. Thank you, Pauline. So glad you're here. You've got a lot of people that love you. most of you guys, yes, and I appreciate that because it keeps me going. Gives me something to keep going on for besides my pets. It helps distract me from, all that I still have on my plate. But and I also, in that last video, I did say that if you would like to go and see their posts directly, you can always go to their Instagram page, like the Ojai Raptor Center, and you can click their links on the bio. If anybody decides they want to buy a gift from their gift shop or they want to donate to them, but I can't ask you for third-party donations. And people are writing me now going, well, can't you just put up the links? And no, I can't, because the only links that I can put on my channel are links to my channel. If somebody wants to donate to this channel for me, yes, but I cannot collect for anybody. I can't. I would get demonetized. I would probably get my channel taken down if I did that. So, I have given a donation myself to the Ojai Raptor Center. We talked about it on another live, to the exact penny that I was able to donate so far. I also bought 2 gifts from Friends of Big Bear Valley. I do see that they, a couple days ago, printed the label, but they have yet to actually take it to a post office and drop it off, because I have that tracker for my home address. It won't work for my business address because that's a commercial mail receiving agency. Plus I have pickup fees there. So I'm like, I can give them my home address to send it to, but it's still not tracking yet. It is what it is. I'm sure they're inundated with requests right now. And I do plan to eventually buy those little Jackie and Shadow eagles with the little scarves with their names on them, just to have them sitting on my desk, just for inspiration, just to look at them every day. They're so beautiful. In the meantime, I have the pin and the magnet, coming eventually. But no, I cannot put third-party links up. I just can't do it. I won't do it. Also, there was a few knuckleheads that don't understand how YouTube works, and they're like, well, how come you're not showing the videos from FOBBV or from the Ojai Raptor Center and putting that in your videos? That's because I don't have permission from those parties. And if you go to FOBBV, it exclusively states that you cannot use their video. If I were to do that, I would get not only a copyright claim, but I would get a copyright strike, and that may actually shut down my channel. So people are like, but other people do it. Well, if other people jump off a bridge, does that mean I should jump off a bridge too? No. So I cannot use anybody else's content that I don't own. Okay. Remember, I've been through this rodeo once before, didn't completely understand that, although everything passed through their checks, never had a claim, never had a strike, but they still came after me and bit me in the butt. So, and it took, a year and a half just to get my channel, going again. No, I cannot use anybody else's video. And for those that are using those clips, go watch those people if that makes you happy. Go watch FOBBV directly. It helps them. It supports them. But I cannot link I cannot show you their video, and I cannot put any donation links to any third parties whatsoever. If you want to contribute to me, send a super chat, send a free jewel, send a free hype to a video within 7 days. Give me a thumbs up, watch it, share it, share it with your friends and your family, email it to everybody, put it on your Facebook, your X, your Threads, your Instagram. I also have donation links. I have stores that you can shop at. I have $25 that you can have from Whatnot. It's not from me because I'm not allowed to hand out money, but Whatnot will give you $25, if you want to buy something. And it doesn't have to be from my store. I have an Amazon gift shop. I have all of that. But I cannot collect money for that organization. And, FOBBV, not including whatever's been bought from their gift shop and whatever's been handed to them directly, they've got $10.5 million of donations this month. So, but it is going to take, 10 plus million to secure that property on the 31st. In fact, that'll be Friday that they will go buy a portion of the property that they were trying to save the habitat. So, thank you to anybody that donated to that. Hello, Julie. Really, ding-a-ling, not true, not a transitioner. What? Is there somebody in here? Oh gosh, I have to take you out for that. Goodbye. Get a life. Oh gosh. Thank you for bringing that to my attention, Jay. I didn't even see that. Oh gosh. Are we going to a party? This is it, baby. And I still haven't had time to plan any of these parties because I went from 3,600 to 4K to 5K to 6K in under a week. And now it's sitting at, well, with the most recent video that just came out tonight, let me see, where are we at? I don't want to take down my screen because then I'll lose the chat on the desktop. And I hate to keep going like this and looking behind the camera, but I have to look behind the camera. I'm already up to 6572. My God, 7 is on the horizon. I just wanted to get to 4 by the end of August, and I wanted to get to 5 by Halloween. And then I said, if I can do that by Halloween, I'm not even going to focus on the numbers anymore. And I haven't been now. And it just went, 36, 4, 5, 6, 6, 5, 7, 2. I mean, I can't explain it. It's taken me 5 years and 7 months. No, thank you. I didn't even see that. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. And I don't know if did I thank Catherine B for the floating heart when all of this went down? If I didn't, thank you again. Thank you for the jewels. So yeah, most people have been positive. I've been getting messages from all over the world. I've got messages from Korea, Australia, Germany. Some have been in German and Korean. And I have to translate them on my phone, because they do that on the phone, on the smartphone, but they won't do it like on the desktop. Like Google Translation can kick in on a smartphone and just tell you what they say. Or people say, oh, I'm coming from this country, or I'm coming from this state. Like people from all over the world. And I'd say that 99% of the comments are positive, saying, thank you, we love you, Jackie, we love you, Shadow, and, thanks, April, and, I couldn't wait to see the next update, and thank you so much. That's why I was just getting ready to do my party today, and then the new update came, and I'm like, oh, I got to cancel all that. I got to do the next Jackie video because, there's so many people waiting. Nobody cares that I got 6K. They're laughing at me. Like, she's been on YouTube 5 years and 7 months, and she's only up to 6K. Yeah, I'm not a success at YouTube, people. That's definitely not why I'm making the videos. But I do appreciate everybody that has subscribed or donated or, sent the thumbs up or the likes or send the red hearts across the screen, hype the videos, sent the free jewels, But no, they can't. Just to recap the Jackie video, you'll have to go watch it if you haven't already seen it. But just to recap, they cannot set her free in order for her to recover. She has to be fully recovered. That could take weeks. It could take months. It possibly could be never. We have to keep that in mind. But let's send prayers, even if you're not religious. I'm not a very religious person. Prayer saved me. Let's pray for Jackie. Let's send good vibes. Let's look at the glass as half full and not half empty. And I'm sorry if the yahoos who said set her free are upset with me now. Oh, and then somebody saw one of the videos the other day where there was like a little music clip and they're like, ditch the music. Well, you know what? It has cost me a fortune to pay for Epidemic Sound, and I've had that from the very beginning since I was making videos, even before I was monetized. I can't even imagine how much money I have sent to Epidemic Sound. And I thought, you know what? I haven't even been using the music lately. The music on the shorts, that's provided by YouTube. That's a different set of rules and licenses, okay? So occasionally if I put in some sound, it's because I'm paying for it. It's what the professional YouTubers use. Old Man River, good evening. Haven't been on in a while. Been taking care of 80-year-old mom and working. Anything new on the case? Hello from South Carolina. I've done a few more videos on if you're talking about Nancy Guthrie, you can go see those videos. But nothing new today that I know of, but I've been so involved with the Jackie videos right now. But I did make a video yesterday regarding Nancy and Savannah. Ojai Raptor Center did not determine Jackie's cause of kidney failure and anemia. Correct. Unless something has happened since I, did my video this afternoon. Oh man, no change in the Guthrie case. Jackie the Eagle getting good treatment. Yes, she is. The best. Jamie James. Hello, Jamie James. How's it working out for you in Kentucky, my friend? Haven't seen you in a while. Has Serotinol been in any chats yesterday? Yes, he was in the chat yesterday. I hadn't seen him in maybe a week or so. Catherine B says, you are a success. Some just haven't found you yet. When you can't get out physically and make the videos anymore, YouTube success is going to be very difficult. But thank you. Old Man River, still praying for all of the family and for some good news to come. Yeah, me too. Jacqueline Clark sent a flower. Thank you, Jacqueline Clark. Julie Segworth, it's your chat. Do as you wish. Don't let people get to you. No. And if somebody's really super negative, I just take them out. Let's go, Jackie says XJJ. Jacqueline Clark said hello. Chewbacca, so glad I found you again. Caught the end of one of your streams and have been trying to find you ever since. Well, if you saw me yesterday, Chewbacca, you would have noticed that I did an idiot move and I forgot to put the microphones on. And this is after I've had all the problems with the new ones that I love, by the way. They're perfect. I'm still going to use them for other things, the ones that were gifted. But I had to go back to the old ones just because people couldn't hear me on the replays. So the cheap ones from Korea are actually performing better on the vertical lives than the expensive Rode mics that are the best in the world. Jacqueline Clark sent the floating heart. Thank you. We're up to $1.01 in jewels today. How's your best friend doing? Hopefully she's feeling better. I just talked to her yesterday, and she was sounding the best she has sounded since this whole nightmare happened. Chewbacca, would you mind giving me a shout out? Well, I give shout outs when people, send the donations or whatever, even if it's just, the smallest one that you can send. Because that's what I promised to the people. If you look at the goal, it'll tell you what the goal is, and it wouldn't be fair to other people for everybody that comes in and says, give a shout out, give a shout out. Jen Smith, thanks for all the updates. Sure. Are we talking on Nancy or are we talking on Jackie? Because we've got two things going right now. And remember, folks, I'm not a niche channel, but I am kind of becoming more of a newsy channel. But then people are like, oh, do the true crime because, you're a detective and you know what you're talking about. But I'm not just a primarily true crime channel. And as one of the Kathys that's been in here this evening knows, she's been seeing all kinds of my videos. She's been seeing my zoo videos, my animal videos about my cat and my bunny. Somebody just saw one of my March videos that I did with Soleil Moonfry and her family. Somebody just saw that. Some people were watching my gold videos. Some people were watching my reselling videos. Some people were watching, I got a box of cash in the mail video. That's cool that you guys are going back to the old videos. How are the cat and the bunny? They're actually good. They had a very exciting last couple days because they had to take away the broken sofa. And they were a little freaked out that there was no sofa, but the new one got delivered yesterday. What? Oh, I knew it was coming. I remember you. Goodbye. Jacqueline Clark. I wish Jackie could go back to Big Bear Valley. I wish, but not until she's well enough to do so. Did Sandy and Luna really leave Big Bear? It's possible, which is normal. Like if they have permanently fledged, that is very normal, and that's good news. As far as the babies, will Shadow wait for Jackie? That's a good question. Now, I didn't want to say anything earlier, but a couple people have mentioned it in the comments. If you haven't seen today's update on Jackie video, there are a few people that are mentioning, and I kind of knew this, but I didn't want to say anything, that they haven't seen Shadow in a couple of days. I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned at all. The babies are probably still in the area. They're just not in, the lens of the cameras right now. And, there's a lot happening with the babies, and the babies permanently, possibly fledging permanently. And, our Queen Jackie being missing. He has looked fine. He has looked healthy. I hope they find out soon what is the cause for Jackie, and that it's not something that's going to affect him too. I'm sure he's fine, but people the last couple of days are a little freaked out because they haven't seen the babies and they haven't seen Shadow. But I'm not concerned at all. MV. Hi, April. PI and everyone here. Congrats to the increase in followers and all success so far with your informative and fun channel. Thank you, MView. I always appreciate you. Jacqueline Clark says, I understand Jackie needs to heal completely. Yes. I mean, she's in the best possible place she can be. And if she does recover, which I hope she does, it's not like they're just going to, throw her out the front door and say, fly away. Like, no, they would take her back to her habitat in Big Bear, right to where they found her, and they would let her free. But she is out of intensive care. That's the good news. Now, the other news, which isn't so good, is they still don't know what's causing the severe anemia. And it's severe. Like, I think her levels should be around 50, and they've been between 8 and 16. Like, that's enough to cause death. That can be fatal. That's what happened to my friend. My friend, she didn't realize that, something was going on internally in the GI part of her body. And she started to lose all of her red blood cells. And, by the time she was on her way to the hospital, she could barely breathe, like Jackie, who's in an oxygen chamber. It was a miracle that she didn't die putting it off. Never put it off. If you have to go to the hospital, go to the hospital. I mean, that's the last place that I ever want to go, but it's kept me alive thus far. And it's going to give Jackie her best chances. If it doesn't work out, we'll have to deal with that. But let's not go there right now. Let's give it a chance for her to recover. Jackie West. Here's another Jackie. So many Jackies tonight. Good evening, April, and everyone. Happy news about Jackie's upgrade. Yes, it is. Will Byers, I'm going to log in or off for tonight. Okay. Thanks for coming, Will. Catherine, I believe Shadow was seen yesterday. Oh, okay. Good news, Catherine. I've got the cameras on right now. I've got cam 1 on. It's dark, but the infrared has kicked in. By the way, if you guys watch cam 1 and FOBBV, that's not a light next to the nest. It's an infrared camera. So it looks like there's a night light turned on, but there's no light. It's pitch black. And it's the same thing when you watch cam 2. It's an infrared lens looking at the roost tree. And I do not see Shadow there now. I had to turn off the volume, though, because I've got this broadcast on in the background, and it would reverb. If I turned it up to, let you hear the sounds of the night from those cameras, no, can't do that because you wouldn't be able to hear me talking to you right now. Plus, I can't use somebody else's content. But I was watching last night, and Fiona, the flying squirrel, I love her. She made an appearance in the nest. She's looking for crumbs, but, there's no babies in the nest right now. There's no Jackie, no Shadow. But, when she goes up there knowing that the eagles are there and that there may be some crumbs left for her, you know, she gets wing slapped by Jackie, but she's getting more confident now that the eagles are not sleeping there. And she has been making appearances. And she's just adorable. I love her so much. Little Fiona the Flying Squirrel. I didn't see her partner Freddie last night, but I did see a few appearances by Fiona during the short time that I was watching. I heard on another video, I don't know if it is true, but it was saying that she became anemic laying 2 clutches in a season. You know, I don't know because I'm not an eagle veterinarian. I had not heard that. Eagles travel to the same area, so there's a good chance they will find each other again. I hope so. Glad to hear Jackie is feisty. That's a good sign. Yes, it is, Jen. Yeah, it's a very good sign. I mean, before when she got there, she wasn't even eating on her own. But they said that also could have been due to anxiety, due to nerves. But I also saw like them holding her, like somebody was sitting there and she was wrapped in a towel in somebody's lap, and she could barely like chew, and then she would just like put her head down and close her eyes because she was near death at that moment. It just wrecks me to see that she's, you know, she's so scared, but she was so weak in doing this. Okay, I'm watching the camera well, it's behind you guys, but it's in front of me. And the camera operators, even though it's nighttime, they are scanning. So they must have heard something because they usually have that right on the nest, but they are scanning. Maybe they heard an eagle. Although I don't know if they're very vocal at night. Yeah, that's from Cam 1. Cam 1 rarely does that. Cam 1 is usually just focused on the nest, where if you want to see the trees and the roost tree where they normally sleep when it's not nesting season, but they're going through the whole, like, that part of the lake right now, or the forest around that lake. Wow, beautiful shots. It's black and white, but beautiful shots because it's night and it's dark, and that's just infrared. There must be some wildlife in the background. If you listen to that at night, you'll hear the coyotes howling, and it's just it's really awesome when they all start howling together. Occasionally, you'll see an owl fly by and make an appearance. Like, that's really super cool when that happens. Yeah. So I have this on in the background, but let me get my screen back up so I don't miss anything. Jacqueline says she's signing off. Good night, Jacqueline. Thanks for coming in. So many Jacquelines and Jackies tonight. Yeah, thanks for coming, though. Really appreciate that. Yeah, so, yeah, where am I at right now? Since this is why we're here. I just haven't felt like celebrating because, I don't know, I've just been a little down with all the medical stuff that's coming up August and September, and then I've been so worried about Jackie, and the last month I've just hammered this so hard. I feel like YouTube has become a job, but a job that I enjoy. No complaints, but it is going to have to probably slow down a little bit in August. I hope we hear something soon on the Nancy Guthrie case. Let's see. Sonia, thank you for sharing your story and your thoughts and insights on Jackie. I love your updates. Well, thank you. I love that you're watching. That's all I can ask for is that people watch. Jay says, me too. I have labs tomorrow, once a week. Woof. Ugh. I know that'll be coming. I've got more x-rays, more kidney appointments. Thought all that was behind me after the surgery, but apparently not. A single boob mammogram. Yeah, I know, TMI, but then I'll have an oncology appointment and a cardiology appointment, because remember, I'm still undergoing the medication change. You're watching It's the Infrared Camera On. Yes, it is. Are you watching Cam 1 or Cam 2? I'm kind of watching them both at the same time, but I got to see my screen too. I had my dishwasher going and I had to turn that off, and the AC is, well, it's on, but it's just not like running at this second. The only thing I can hear behind me is my refrigerator running. And I remembered the mics. So I literally was like, I had 4,003 people watching yesterday's live, and not one person called me out on, hello, we can't hear you. You don't have your mics? Like, where are they? Because, if I'm doing like a long form video, like, and I'm recording it on my computer with a webcam, I can use this. I can't use something like that for the lives because they're going through YouTube's Vertical Live on a mobile device program. Now, if I ever get, like a lot of subscribers, then I could go off these Vertical Lives if I wanted and just do a regular horizontal live stream. And then I could use, the good microphone. And I could even sign up to StreamYard, although that would be very costly. And I could bring people in. I could have a panel. And I'm not that far yet, people. Nanette says, the one time I didn't watch a live was yesterday. Well, if you watch it back, just watch it on a cell phone, better than a computer, and then you'll be able to hear it. Hey, Kelzers, how was your happy birthday celebration last night? Did you have a good time going out? Jeff, I don't know. I don't drink any tea. Good evening. I go to the doctors because I have kidney problems. They are telling me not to drink tea. Do you know the reason behind that? I don't, because tea gives me stomach cramps. Nanette says she'll watch it. Good. Thank you, Nanette. It all helps. Now, if you haven't seen the Jackie videos, go to the Jackie playlist. Go to the Big Bear Valley Eagle playlist, whatever it's called, whatever I named it. I really should have put a nighttime green screen up, shouldn't I, since this is the evening. Just didn't have time to make one. It was so much fun. Thank you. I'm sorry I'm a little late to the party. It's 10:30 here. Oh, this is going to be a short one. How long have I been on? Is this my timer ended? Have I been on that long? I only meant to be on 30 minutes. Let me set it just for 15 minutes. So stop blinking at me. That's the smallest time I can set it for. And I can set it for all colors. There we go. Let's just set something because I'm tired of that. It gets my vertigo going when it's going like this, up and down, and watching the screen move at the same time, the chat move. Yeah, tea just wrecks me. Jen Smith, poor Jackie, they don't know what's causing her problem. Like me, they don't know what's causing my issues. I feel the same way because my cardiologist and my oncologist say that I shouldn't be feeling this weak all the time. Jay says she drinks decaf. I drink anything that I drink is decaf, but no tea. Oh, there goes the little metric. Ding, ding, ding. Good thing I came on tonight because it just keeps going. And like I said, I'm not making any of these videos for the subs, the clicks, the likes, but it will help. Because if you don't keep going, you'll have a dead YouTube channel like really quick. It's like eBay. I haven't been selling on eBay. I've got like 11 or 12 items. Excuse me, I just bumped the camera to see the screen. And, my eBay is deader than a doornail. But so is my Poshmark, my Mercari, and my whatnot, because I just, I had too many eggs in too many different baskets. Between my animals and keeping myself alive and all my doctor's appointments and surgeries and procedures and testing, YouTube is a handful. Like, I am actually missing the baseball game. And one of my favorite players, he came back last night. He's been gone almost the whole season. He's only played like one game or two games. And he came back last night. He didn't play. He's probably playing tonight. And I'm missing it. I don't even have the game on in the background. Camera on Nest now. Who's on Nest? Which camera? What are we talking about? Oh, you mean the Big Bear cameras? Yeah. That's cam 1 and then cam 2. Yeah. So somebody did see Shadow yesterday, apparently, but I'm starting to get some comments tonight on the most recent video, like, I haven't seen Shadow. And I've just been so busy making videos that I hadn't seen him either, but I was starting to think about that. And I did look at FOBBV's. They have like a little link in their chat, even though the chat is always closed, where it's the live recap. And I went to the live recap, and there's been no sightings of him today. Jen says, stay strong like our Jackie. Kelzers! Throwing up the custom channel emojis. Welcome, my channel members, my pips. Yeah, there's 58 members right now. I couldn't believe that. I've never had that high in a number. But a lot of those are gifted memberships, because I can gift 10 a month per YouTube. And then next month it'll roll over. And depending on how many people come in, I can gift a few more. And then some of our members either just, they'll gift. But a lot of those gifted ones, people don't renew them. So that's kind of an elevated number. I don't think it'll stay that high, but still, it's like, wow. Okay, I just saw something run by me on cam 1. I saw something in the corner of my eye. I wonder if it was a Fiona appearance that I just missed, because I'm watching you guys. There's only so many screens I can watch, so I'm just going to take it off, and I'm going to go to my screen. Okay, I'm back at my screen. Jay put up Amelia Kinsley Bunny and Kelsey Kinsley Kitty. Thank you. Okay, Jackie says Shadow was on the roost tree along with the sub-adult who was on the lower branch last evening. Okay, was the last time he was seen was last night? Or are you saying that he was just seen on the roost tree tonight? Or you're talking, okay, last evening. Okay, April Mink, I'm tired. YouTube is hard. So he was on the roost tree with that sub-adult, who is believed to be a lady. But we will see. Yeah, where is he today? I'm sure he's fine. And for those that are freaking out that they haven't seen the babies in the last few days, it's perfectly normal for them to be, fledging by now. They usually stay around for around 90 plus days after they're born, and they were born Easter weekend. So it's been more than enough time. And I know at the end when they were, in training, they didn't have their mama because she was sick. But Shadow, he's a rock star, and he kept them fed and continued the training. So hopefully they have made their way out into the world. But it would be nice to see them again occasionally. Kelzer says it's been like an oven there. So hot and miserable. Ugh. Yeah, we're going to have horrific heat in the next few days. It's just awful here. Yes, he was. And I think the female is his eldest child's spirit, just a feeling. Wouldn't that be something? But they usually leave the area. Well, they're supposed to. But it would be something, wouldn't it? Sue Brock Schmidt, welcome in, my friend. Hi, April. Congratulations. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for coming to my 6K party. I know I still haven't got to the dollar store yet to get my, my hats and my party gear. No kazoos or no confetti, nothing. Well, I couldn't do confetti because, my rabbit would try to eat it. Oh. If anybody has any ideas, let me know. Oh, I like those emojis. They're party emojis. Boy, that cake sure looks good. Are we getting a spammer? I think we got a spammer. Let me take care of that. Time out. Come back and see me tomorrow. It's the night crowd, people. Had cheesecake for my birthday dessert. It was delicious. I love cheesecake. I did a small grocery order today, and I wanted to order a slice of something, but I didn't. But I do have some sugar-free chocolate chips, but that's not quite the same. And a glass of wine, which just made it even better. Yes. I wish I was young enough and healthy enough to enjoy a glass of wine every now and then, or at least a half a glass. But I haven't had that luxury in many, many years. Just because of all the medication I take. But yeah, wine and cheesecake, that sounds perfect. Yeah, I love cheesecake. Oh, do they have non-alcoholic wine? I'm not even aware of that. Yeah, I've got a A&W zero sugar that I've been sipping on for 2 days. Yeah, can't have any alcohol anymore with my meds and kidney failure. I was never a big drinker to begin with, but that's why I guess I don't miss it. Oh, you have 2 bottles. Well, bring them over, Jay. No, I'm kidding. Get on that plane. Get over here. Bring me some of that good Indiana, Louisiana cooking. Yes, I very seldom drink. I know, because you're so healthy, and I'm glad you are, because I'm that way too. I was never a big drinker. I grew up in a family where there were a lot of alcoholics, and nope, that's just not for me. I am not the case of the apple didn't fall far from the tree. Completely opposite. I mean, we're definitely related, but I am not a case of a child that the apple didn't fall far from the tree. Jackie West, happy 6K celebration day. I know. You know what? It took me 5.5 years to get to 3K, and it's taken less than a week to go from around 3,660 some to 4K to 5K to 6K. So I basically almost, doubled my channel in the last 5 or 6 days, which is just crazy. But, I'm talking about things that people want to hear about. But, there will be slow news days, people. Now it's up to 6612. Well, we're more than halfway to 7K, but I'm not even going to think about that. Because you guys are going to get tired of going to these parties where, I don't even have any, decorations or nothing. Sometimes a glass at night if work is stressful. Absolutely. I used to love those little teeny tiny sips of holiday champagne, like just a half a glass. But nope. I think about Nancy Soul. I do too. Especially when remember that other YouTuber who I don't like to talk about, but and I'm supportive of everybody, but when they went and did the middle of the night filming to recreate the crime, and there was those weird lights that were coming on in her house. Wow. And I know this isn't about Nancy Guthrie today, but there was so much talk in the last 2 days since Savannah released that Instagram statement, that video. And I played it for you twice, 2 days ago on the live. There has been so much. I mean, Brian Enton has talked about it. TMZ has talked about it. All the YouTubers are talking about it. I found this guy on Facebook, and I've seen him before, but I didn't really catch him very often. And I think his name was Zach Peter or something. And that dude is talented. I think he has a big YouTube channel, and he's been a professional actor or a broadcaster or something. Thank you for the gold coin, Nanette. That guy, he made a whole speech yesterday on Facebook. He made a little reel about Savannah's video, and and he was seeing it completely different than I was seeing it, but I kind of understand, because so many people are when she says, that they've done their part, well, and he's like, well, what have you done? And you're not looking, and somebody kidnapped her, and they took her whole body. And then people were like, oh my God, this guy, I just can't even and he was saying it in a tongue-in-cheek, ha-ha funny kind of way. But it's really a serious topic. Well, what have they done, and why aren't they looking for her? And somebody just came into her house and took her whole body. And when she talks about it's never too late to do the right thing, and, it's time to come home, or whatever she said, a lot of people think that that's pointed at a specific individual. Does she know way, way more than everybody else? Because I never thought about it that way. I try not to, but, with the FBI saying, well, they didn't say it directly to us, but apparently their sources have told certain news people that they don't even have a suspect right now. And now Nanos is talking about relying on genealogy to help identify DNA. Does that mean that they already know the DNA from the rootless hair and it wasn't a match to anybody, or it wasn't in CODIS? Because I've always thought that these people, because they do say the people at the scene were amateurish and they were working for somebody. Are they not in CODIS? I don't think these were lifers. We call lifelong criminals in the PI business lifers. I think these were people who were on a payroll, waiters working for a chef, or chefs plural, 3 to 5 people. I saw some video last night that I had not seen before that had been enhanced with Front Porch Guy and the background, and I swear I can see 4 people. I can see Front Porch Guy. I can see what looks like a man with a person over his shoulder and the arms dangling down. And I can see another person standing with a light next to a vehicle. And I'm like, were there 3 people there that night that took her? Plus whoever's, organizing all this in the background. We'll talk about it on a Nancy video. But yeah, I understand what you're saying, Kathy. Jay says, of course, she knows more than she's letting on. Hello, Steve. A few degrees cooler down here in San Diego tomorrow. Send it my way, Nanette. Game over, says Jen Smith. Something's got to break soon. This is the biggest case in the nation as far as a missing persons case. This is the biggest case of 2026. We have to have a resolution. What kind of things are on eBay? I've got mostly leftovers on there, but I do have, and it's a really cool item, and I haven't had any offers yet. I have and it was a terrific find, and I paid up for it. I have a sterling silver necklace and pendant that's actually Navajo, that's signed LB, which stands for Lenora Begay. And there are other artisans that are natives that are LBs, but Lenora Begay, she does her settings in sawtooth bezels, and she uses certain types of gemstones. There's 5 different gemstones in sawtooth bezels. It's handmade. It's totally a Lenora Begay. I did a lot of research on it. They're worth a lot of money. And the ones that are on eBay, none of them came with their necklaces. They're just the pendants alone. And some of them sell for as high as $300. I have mine up for $100. I am absolutely shocked that nobody has even sent me an offer. And I bought that with some other native pieces. I'm probably be lucky to break even. Without getting my blue boxes anymore, it's not cost effective for me to buy on Shop Goodwill. And I think that's why Goodwill Blue Box is not putting very much out there, because they want you to go to Shop Goodwill and they want the bids to be overinflated and to spend too much. So that will be my last purchase. I bought they had a lot that said Southwest, but I looked at it and I'm like, that's not Southwest. Those are native signatures, because they had some earrings. I sold those like immediately. They went to, I think, Orlando, like lightning quick in a matter of well, first somebody bought them on eBay from Thailand, with eBay saying, if you accept this offer, we will automatically deposit the money into your account. And guess what? They didn't automatically deposit the money, and they went, there's a problem with that person's payment. And I was furious. And I'm like, screw you, eBay. Nobody's getting these now. And I'm going to go over to another platform. And they sold in 15 minutes. Probably sold them too cheap, but the person is very, very happy. So for everything that sells on Mercari or Poshmark or whatnot, I'm thinking of doing Vinted, but I'm not really into used clothing, but I have a few things to put up. So I may open up a Vinted account. I mean, wait, why not? Right now there's no fees. So, but on eBay, the top item is the Navajo sterling silver cross and necklace. And it actually came from a Goodwill that was in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And anybody here who knows anything about Oklahoma, there's a lot of Indian reservations in the state of Oklahoma. So I'm like, yep, it definitely came from the right area. So they made a big goof when they listed that as Southwest, because you're supposed to say that if it's Southwest design. You can't say Native American unless it's actually Native American. And the 3 items I bought were stamped. They were Native American pieces. So yeah, that's what I got, whoever asked me that question. April, I know who that is. I have Mary Begay's Navajo handmade rug of hers. Oh, wow. I can't remember if she and Mary are related. I don't know, but I've seen her things online as well. But yeah, I have a real Lenora Begay sterling silver cross, and it's got like turquoise. It's got tiger's eye. It's got onyx. There's like 5 different gemstones. Oh, coral. And I don't know what the other one is, because yeah, coral, onyx, tiger eye, and turquoise in the center of the cross. And it's on a necklace that's sterling as well. None of the other sellers that have listed anything close to it does it come with their original chain. So I'm absolutely shocked. I know if I went over on Whatnot and put it for a lot less, it would sell in like 30 seconds, but I'm not going to let it go that quick. Send me a picture. You can check it out, Pauline. It's on my eBay. And my eBay links are all my platform links. All my links are on my main channel page. Just go underneath my bio. It's gorgeous. And you can tell that it's handmade, but it's not like crappy handmade. It's like really nice. Like, I don't know how these jewelry makers do that, like handmade. And it's also super vintage too. Now, I don't think it's like mid-century modern vintage. I think it's more like 70s, 80s vintage. You just have to go to eBay. And I have the link. I have the link to my store. Just go to my main page where it says, my main channel page. Just click my avatar. It'll bring you to my main channel page and you can go to all my links. That's really cool. I met Mary Begay in Winslow at the bank I worked at, then met her again at a trading post outside Holbrook. Oh, wow. Yeah, I've seen her things online. This is a Lenora Begay, and that's a good question. I don't know if Lenora and Mary Begay are related. And I hope I'm pronouncing the last name right. But yeah, that's the nicest thing I have. But I have some other items. I mean, I don't put garbage up. I have some other like small jewelry items, but most of my jewelry is pretty much sold out because I sell so much of it on Whatnot. But I haven't done a Whatnot show in a long, long time. But if anybody wants to go to my Whatnot, just sign up for that and they'll send you $25 to your wallet. Yeah, and I actually took the listing down to refresh it because sometimes that can help. And it says 0 views. And I have it underpriced. I've got some really cool Christmas placemats. They're not very expensive, but I have them. I got my channel stickers up there for my YouTube channel as on my Whatnot. But if you guys want the channel stickers, just go sign up for Whatnot. And then you can use your free credits and get them for free, except for the postage, which for a sticker is going to be almost nothing. I have a baseball jersey that's really expensive up there, but I need to take a better picture. I think that's why it's not getting enough action. I got a Stranger Things puzzle. If Will Byers was still in the house. But yeah, I've just sold so much, and I've been so busy with YouTube since February that between my surgeries and my YouTube, I've had no time to stock my stores. My plate is too full already, people. I am correct in pronouncing Begay. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. Good night, Jay. Thanks for coming. Yeah, so who asked me that question, what do I have on my eBay? Yes, I am, Dawn. I am on late, but that's because I was busy doing another Jackie video today because there was an unexpected update that I didn't know was coming today. Jen says, I hope Shadow doesn't give in to the sub-adult. Well, it's not like mating season, so hormonally, it probably won't happen right away, but we will let nature take its course and see what happens. I will check it out when you close. Thank you, Pauline. I appreciate that. Congratulations again, April. So happy for you. Good night, everybody. Thanks for coming. Okay. Jackie West says, from what I've read about Jackie's history, she remained in Big Bear Valley. My gut says it's Spirit, who is 4 years and 4 months old. I've read subadult ages between 3.5 to 5. That's true, because this current Jackie, who was originally named Jack, if you haven't seen the history of like Jackie and Shadow and their children, she was born to Ricky and Lucy in a nest that was only 50 feet away from the current nest. And it was her parents, actually, Ricky and Lucy, who started building the current nest. But before they had a chance to like occupy it, I don't know if they left the area or they passed away, but their daughter, who was originally named Jack, turned out to be a girl, thus changed to Jackie. She took up residence in that nest when it was, when she was old enough to mate and birth eggs. And she did stay in the area. And there have been a few times over the years where they have seen a subadult around them, and it's been suspected that it could be Spirit. But since they're not banded, there's no way to know for sure. Okay, I heard a noise behind me, and I wanted to make sure nobody was scratching the new sofa, which I love, but I'm scared to sit on it because my place is so small that my dining room is my office. So I don't have like a dining room or a kitchen table. I have a teeny bathroom and a teeny kitchen and a small dining room, which is my office. So I usually sit on the sofa and watch the ball game and eat my meals, but I'm like, oh, I don't want to spill. I don't want to make a mess. So my back is killing me right now. It's like there's knives in my back because I've been sitting at my desk all day, like working on videos. So I've got to get over the fear of sitting on the sofa. I guess the rabbit has come out to kind of look around now. I heard her I was like, what are you doing? Oh my God. Because I haven't seen her check it out underneath, and I don't want her to try to eat the legs. How many animals do I have? 2. A cat and a bunny. Just go check out my animals playlist. Spirit gives a life-saving transfusion, and Spirit returns to Dad. Wouldn't that be something? Now, the spirit that gave the life-saving blood transfusion to Jackie is a different spirit. That's spirit that's in a zoo that I didn't even know existed in Bakersfield. Must be rather small because I've never heard of it. But you know, who in LA goes to Bakersfield, right? It's like the end of the earth. But they have a zoo. And so that spirit, who has been in captivity since youth, I think due to an injury or something, and is unable to fly, that's the spirit that donated the blood that went to Jackie. But it would be something if Spirit returned to Dad. But yeah, they're supposed to fly away permanently. And some of the eagles that had been previously banded in the Big Bear area, some have ended up as far away as Yosemite, and some have ended up as far as southern Canada. Hey, what's going on? Somebody's chewing, trying to get my attention. Well, I've already been on for 67 minutes. Both of my goals have ended. That's okay. I appreciate anybody that came, anybody that sent the jewels. Thank you so much. Keep watching my Jackie videos. Keep sharing. Keep hyping. Keep sending those likes, those thumbs ups, whatever you guys can do. I was only talking about the name Coincidence. I know. It is a coincidence, isn't it? Deanna, hello. Sue Brock Schmidt says good night. Yes. Good night, everybody. If you haven't gone to see the Jackie videos, go see them. I appreciate you guys coming to the 6K subscriber party.